Did you know that 80% of millionaires read at least 30 minutes a day? Or that Warren Buffett spends 80% of his time reading and thinking? What if I told you there's one book that completely changed how I think about money and entrepreneurship, and it's not what you might expect? This book showed me the secret to transforming my financial life, and today, I'm sharing the powerful lessons with you. From shifting my mindset to embracing failure, I learned strategies that completely changed how I run my business. It wasn't about making big moves or taking huge risks, it was about making small changes that added up over time. In the chapters ahead, I'll dive into the surprising strategies that took my financial life from struggling to thriving. You'll learn how to unlock your potential, stop fearing failure, and build a business with a purpose. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, these lessons are for you. Stay tuned. This book may be the key to unlocking your own financial breakthrough. Chapter 1. The Hidden Blueprint: How a Single Book Redefined My Money Mindset. I'll never forget the moment I stumbled upon the book that would completely change how I viewed money and entrepreneurship. It wasn't some fancy bestseller or widely promoted book. Instead, it was a simple, practical guide that spoke to me in ways I didn't expect. This book helped me unlock something important: the idea that money isn't just about what you earn, but how you think about it. Before reading it, I had a scarcity mindset, always worried about not having enough. I thought that if I spent too much on my business, I'd be risking it all. But after reading this book, I realized something powerful. In the world of entrepreneurship, scarcity is a trap. The book shared a surprising truth: financial success often starts with thinking you have enough before you start. A powerful quote from the book stuck with me: when you believe you have enough, you open the door to abundance. This simple shift in thinking led me to approach opportunities differently. I stopped worrying about small expenses and started thinking bigger. This mindset change alone was worth the price of the book. And here's the kicker: studies show that your mindset around money can be one of the biggest factors in achieving financial success. Research from Stanford University reveals that people with an abundance mindset, those who see opportunity everywhere, are more likely to succeed financially. It's not just about the strategies, it's about how you approach them. And this book showed me how to unlock that mindset. Chapter 2. From Scarcity to Abundance: Breaking Free from Financial Limiting Beliefs. Before reading this book, I held a lot of limiting beliefs. I was afraid to invest in myself or my business because I thought it meant risking everything. I was stuck in the "I'll never be rich" loop. But the book opened my eyes to something crucial: financial success starts with breaking free from these beliefs. It's easy to blame external factors, like the economy or other people, for our financial struggles. But the truth is, your beliefs about money can either hold you back or push you forward. One chapter of the book focused on how our subconscious beliefs about money are often formed in childhood, shaped by our parents or society. These beliefs become hardwired into our brain and impact the decisions we make as adults. For example, when I started my first business, I was afraid to charge too much for my product. I kept thinking, what if they can't afford it? The book showed me that this type of thinking was rooted in scarcity, not reality. It wasn't just about money, it was about worth. The more I understood the importance of valuing myself and my work, the more my business grew. There's a powerful quote from the book: "You get what you believe you are worth." That line was a game changer for me. Here's some data to back this up. Studies have shown that people who adopt a growth mindset, believing they can improve, are more likely to see success. When you break free from limiting beliefs, you unlock a whole new world of possibilities. And the more I embraced this new mindset, the more my financial reality began to change. If you're enjoying these strategies, make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter of my journey to financial freedom. Chapter 3. The Millionaire's Secret Weapon: Why Reading Will Make You Rich. You've probably heard the saying, leaders are readers, but this book took it a step further. It argued that reading is the secret weapon of many successful entrepreneurs. And not just any reading, strategic reading. After diving into the book, I realized that the most successful people aren't just born lucky, they are constantly learning. Think about some of the wealthiest entrepreneurs of our time, people like Warren Buffett and Bill Gates. Did you know that Buffett spends up to 80% of his day reading? Bill Gates is another voracious reader, often finishing about 50 books a year. The common thread between them? Reading gives them knowledge and perspective, which is exactly what the book taught me. The book's authors argue that reading can save years of mistakes. Instead of learning everything the hard way, you can fast-track your success by learning from those who've already walked the path. The wealth of knowledge from books can teach you what works and what doesn't, saving you time and energy. According to a study by the National Endowment for the Arts, people who read regularly are more likely to be financially successful. The reason? Reading improves cognitive abilities, increases problem-solving skills, and boosts creativity, all essential qualities for an entrepreneur. For me, one of the most useful takeaways was the strategy of reading books that focus not only on financial growth but also on personal development. It's about becoming a well-rounded person who can handle the complexities of entrepreneurship. The book emphasized a crucial point: knowledge is not just power. It's leverage. With this in mind, I made a commitment to read at least one business-related book a month. This small change has had a massive impact on how I approach opportunities and challenges. Reading isn't just a hobby, it's a strategy for building wealth and success. If this resonates with you, don't forget to subscribe to get more valuable insights on the path to success. Chapter 4. The Power of Small Shifts: How Tiny Changes Led to Big Financial Wins. Sometimes, it's not the big moves that make a difference. It's the small, consistent changes. This idea hit me hard when I read this book, and it's been one of the most powerful lessons I've learned in my entrepreneurial journey. The book focused on how tiny shifts in mindset and habits can lead to huge financial outcomes. Instead of trying to overhaul everything at once, the book taught me the value of making small, sustainable changes. One of the most impactful strategies it introduced was the idea of micro-improvements. For example, when I started treating my business like a long-term investment instead of a short-term hustle, everything changed. The book emphasized that success isn't about making one huge leap. It's about making small improvements daily that add up over time. That's what I started doing, and it worked. One of my favorite quotes from the book sums this up perfectly: "Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out." This simple yet powerful line reminded me that big results often come from incremental efforts. And here's some research to back this up. A study published by the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that people who made small, consistent changes to their habits had a greater chance of success than those who made dramatic, short-term changes. It's all about building momentum and staying consistent. The book also showed how small shifts in how you view challenges can turn them into opportunities. I started seeing every obstacle as a lesson to be learned, rather than a setback. This mindset shift has been huge in how I approach my business and investments. Small shifts, over time, truly compound into massive results. Chapter 5. The Fail Forward Phenomenon. Embracing mistakes to multiply your income. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that failure isn't the end of the road, it's part of the journey. This book taught me how to embrace failure, not fear it. The idea of failing forward became a game changer for me. Instead of seeing mistakes as something to avoid, I started using them as learning experiences. The book introduced the concept of fail forward through a powerful story about Thomas Edison. Edison failed more than 1,000 times before successfully inventing the light bulb, but he didn't see those failures as failures. He saw them as steps toward success. The book used this example to show how successful entrepreneurs view failure differently. They see it as feedback, not defeat. Here's an interesting fact. According to a study by Harvard Business School, entrepreneurs who embrace failure as part of the process are more likely to have higher levels of success. The book reinforced this idea by emphasizing that most successful people didn't get to where they are by avoiding failure. They got there by learning from their mistakes and using them to fuel their growth. One powerful quote from the book that stuck with me was, "The greatest barrier to success is the fear of failure." I realized that by avoiding failure, I was only holding myself back. I had to change how I viewed mistakes, not as something negative but as a stepping stone. I started applying this idea by taking bigger risks in my business and seeing failures as opportunities to refine my approach. When something didn't work, instead of giving up, I learned from it, adjusted, and tried again. This fail-forward mindset has been key to multiplying my income and building a stronger, more resilient business. Chapter 6. Beyond Money. How this book inspired a purpose-driven entrepreneurial journey. Reading this book didn't just change my financial life. it changed the way I view entrepreneurship altogether. The final chapter was all about creating a purpose-driven business. The book made it clear that true success isn't just about making money, it's about building a business that serves a bigger purpose. For me, this was the most life-changing lesson of all. The book introduced the concept of profit with purpose, which means creating a business that not only generates income but also has a positive impact on the world. This approach is becoming more popular among entrepreneurs, and for good reason. According to a study by the Harvard Business Review, companies with a clear, purpose-driven mission are more likely to experience long-term success. The book helped me understand that wealth isn't just about accumulating money, it's about creating value for others. Once I shifted my focus from just making a profit to making a difference, everything changed. The business I was building had a deeper meaning, and that gave me more motivation than ever before. A powerful quote from the book sums this up: "When your business serves others, the money follows." This resonated with me because I realized that focusing on my customers and their needs would naturally lead to financial growth. In fact, research shows that purpose-driven companies are not only more successful, but they also have more loyal customers and higher employee satisfaction. A study from the University of Pennsylvania found that businesses with a clear sense of purpose perform 42% better than those that focus only on profit. This new mindset helped me align my goals with my values. Instead of just focusing on financial success, I now ask myself how my business can make a meaningful impact. I'm more motivated than ever to keep pushing forward, knowing that I'm building something bigger than just a money-making machine. Thank you for reading. If you found these strategies helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more content that will help you transform your financial life.